Right, I'm going to show you how to change the oil and the oil filter on a Toyota Aygo 1 litre. First of all, couldn't really get through to the front there even with my low jack, so we're going to come through to the passenger side, near side. What am I going to do? We've got a jack ready. I've worked out. I'll go under there. Right. So what we've got here, I've gone for the wishbone there. Put the jack in from the passenger side. Couldn't really get to the middle bit, it's a bit difficult, so I'm going to go there onto the wishbone. See, just there. Right, and jack it up there. Right, jacking it up. Right, that's jacked up sufficiently there. If you want to be extra safe, rather than go under the car, put an axle stand sort of on here somewhere in case the jack did collapse, but I'm a little bit reckless, so I'm going to just go for it. Good quality oil, I've used it on my car, 0.820, that's what it says in the spec. Some of them say 0.816, 0.820. This is API SP, but I've looked it up, that's the latest code, if you like. All these others, it supersedes them as the years go on. The SP bit, the API is, forget what that bit is, but the SP bit is the code for the year, but what they do is upgrade it, and normally that includes all the previous codes that are on there, so you ain't got to worry about that. But that's good quality oil, only takes about 2.8 with a filter change, 2.8 litres, and I've got a Bilstein oil filter, and that was from Amazon. The car's been warmed up anyway, so that should allow the oil to flow out nicely. Nice warm, you want it nice and warm, the oil, to release it. There's my old painter's bucket, as I said. Just underneath there. Get your hand. It normally pours out nice, right? You have to quickly get your hand out of the way, but don't drop the bolt into the bucket, because then you've got to fish the damn thing out. Go slowly with it. Right. There we go. It comes. Right. Go. There it is. And you want to, I say, if the engine's been warmed up, it flows out nicely. Always have it warm, and it releases the oil nicely then. Leave it for, I don't know, 5 minutes. It's still trickling out there quite nicely. Then what I shall do, see where the jack is? Just lower that slightly, so almost like the sump is touching the bucket. And then it ensures that I'll get every last bit out of the sump. Also, the other thing is common sense. Put the car on level ground if you can before you do this process. Right, to make it easier to get to the oil filter, there's one bolt there and this plastic guard. One, let's see if I and two there at the top. Remove them, and then you can pull the guard right over to the side. See the filter? I'm struggling a bit there because the chain on there, someone's done the thing up so tight that even with the chain around it, it's crushing the filter. So that's why I've moved took the bolts out of here, and then I can pull this guard to one side to give me more purchase. Right, you can see it moving now. I mean, it has been a struggle, I tell you. Whoever done it up must have been in the factory, was really tight, but it is undoing. So it's anti-clockwise to undo. You can buy actual sockets to go on the end of the filter. There it was a struggle. This is the panel, so the 3 bolts, if you remove the bolts, you can see you get more purchase. You can lever that out of the way to get the filter. So it's dribbling a bit now, so just put your bucket underneath there. Alright, and then keep doing it anti-clockwise. Look at that, look. I mean, you can even have a cloth, some old cloths by to soak any drips up or anything like that. There you go. I mean, that's the worst one I've ever took off. I don't know who done that damn thing up, and then just pour the remaining oil in the bucket and throw your filter away. But look, someone really gone to town with that. Should only be hand tight, really, a filter. Like, you give it one with a hand tight, that's it. But someone's gone mad with that. It's actually crushed the filter, the chain. I mean, that's how difficult it was to get the damn thing off. But that's reality. Right, now all you need to do is just give around the filter a little clean up with an old rag cloth. Just clean that up, get any residue off of that. There, the filter's come off. I won't lie to you, it was a struggle to get off, but I want to show you what I was up against. Look, see there, it's crushed it in. So when you put your chain on, that wraps around it like that. Like, you link that in like that with the chain, and that grips as you're gripping, like it turns. But as I said, whoever done that in the factory, that was exceptionally done up really tight. It should never be like that. It should be like hand tight and a little bit more, that's all. That's all. If you imagine that's on the car grip, that's why I undone that small plastic panel to the side to give me a bit more purchase. Remember, do your filter up clockwise and it stops like that, and then just hand tight, and then just a little bit more, give it one little bit more. That's all you need to do. And put your sump nut back in, which is your 14mm. Don't over tighten that, don't have to go too mad with that. And then we're ready to put the oil in now. It's 5 litres in here. I want to put 2.8 litres in. What I like to do, in case they've overfilled this thing, which is probably unlikely, I like to do it, measure it out in a jug. So I'm going to do, that's a litre precisely, then 2. I won't go to 0.8, 800ml, I'll probably go to 0.7, then run the car for a bit and check the dipstick, because I don't want to overfill the thing. Can always put more in, but I don't want to have the hassle of taking more out. Also, to lift your bonnet up, if you've never done that before, it's on the left hand side in the footwell. There's your little lever there. So take out your oil filler cap there. That's where it goes in. Put only a small funnel, you can use a larger one, but I'm not bothered. So I'll just tip this in at a litre at a time. Let it soak down like that. Keep going. While I'm at it, I thought I'd check the air filter. Simple really. Look, these little clips. Look, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right, all you got to do is pull them up and pull your filter out. I mean, this has done 24,000 miles. I'm not going to replace the filter. It's off my daughter's car, look. what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an airline on that. I mean, it could be replaced, it's not too bad actually. I mean, obviously if there's leaves and things in it you could clear it out, but I shall just get an airline and give it a good blowing out. I mean, if you haven't got an airline, just go over with a brush like through the segments there and you can clear it out. But that, let's say, that doesn't need replacing really, not at the moment, but it's an easy job anyway. And then when you put it back in, these tuck under these little clips, right, and you pull them up like that and they clip in again, so it just tucks, a little springy bit tucks in underneath, that's all. Right, jacking it up. That's it.